Hey guys, it's me again, Hanske, for another one of my World of Tanks gameplay videos. This time I am playing my T92, which is the American Tier 8 RT. Its main characteristics are first of all the huge gun. It's actually the biggest gun of any tank in the game. It's 240 millimeters caliber or diameter, whatever you call it. And it has an average high explosive shell damage of 2250, which is quite a lot. Another good thing about it is the vertical arc of fire, which means that it can shoot over objects that any other RT can't shoot over because of the vertical arc. Here in the beginning of the match, the enemy RT gets spotted by one of our lights, and I'm trying to get aimed, and just as he gets unspotted, I fire and I kill him. There's some mediums I try to aim at, because of course as an RT I don't like mediums. But in general, when you're playing RT, try to focus on the heavies and the TDs first, and let your heavy tanks take care of the mediums. Because mediums are just they're small, agile, fast, hard to hit. So try focusing on the slower targets with more armor, more health. Just like this IS-7. And here I don't fire immediately. I know that it's a small gap, and so the JT is at some point gonna have to go right next to the IS-7, and that's when I shoot. And I don't just hit the IS-7, I give the JT another 400 splash damage extra. And now I'm starting to relocate further north because I know this side of the map is going to collapse. If I stay here, I'll just die. JT, who is a TD, is of course my priority target at this point. They have big guns, but they are very weak against high explosive shells. So if you can hit a TD, any of them, that should always be your target. At this point you can see I'm still always relocating after every shot. It's not really necessary because I just killed the only enemy artillery piece. But it's just a habit. It's a good habit to have, you know. As soon as your shell is out of the barrel, you start moving in a circular direction. Most people know how to, you know, they will just move either forward or backwards after firing. What I do is I fire in a circle. Because if you're just try forward or backwards, then there's a 50% chance that you'll still get countered if the RT is any sort of intelligent or smart or experienced. While if you drive away in a circle, there's much less chance of getting countered, because then now there's 6 directions you can go to. So even if the enemy RT is really experienced, it's either gonna have to be very lucky, because there's a 3 times less chance that you will get countered by someone who's tracing your shells. And at this point I'm just relocating further north after every shot, because there is only one tank on this south side of the map who is defending us. And that's also another thing that I do in RT. If I always set myself up behind our biggest concentration of tanks, which is now in the north part of the map. So I'm also relocating to the north part because I know that then there's a smaller chance that the enemy will break through and spot me or kill me. And here again, I'm waiting to get a good clear shot, and maybe for the E100 and the E75 to get a bit closer together so that I can again splash both of them instead of just hitting one guy. Still relocating north. And that's if you're gonna start playing RT or already are playing RT but are looking for some tips. Good tip is you have an engine, use it. Use it to move all over the map to get better angles at your enemies, to stay safe, etc, etc. At this point our whole team is just dying one by one. I'm trying to get a shot on that E75. E100 is not worth one of my shells at this point. I'm not gonna waste 2250 damage on an E100 with 230 health, so you know, our heavies can easily finish him off with one shot. So I'm now focusing on the high health targets, which is something you should always do in a T92. Well, not always, but in most cases, because you have such high alpha damage. You really don't want to waste 40 seconds of reload time on a tank that is gonna be dead or killed by one of your own heavies a second later anyway. And a T92 is actually more of a utility vehicle, I would call it. It's, well, it's maybe the wrong word, but if you want damage per minute in an artillery piece, get yourself an Object 261. T92 is not meant to do lots of damage per minute. It's also the way we use it in Clan Wars. We use it to splash enemies out of cover and to scatter them. Because of course, if you're gonna use gold ammo with a T92, you can easily, you know, splash almost the whole square on the map, and then if there's an enemy force rushing in a large group, a couple T92s can easily just take care of them. So, you know, it's used to scatter the enemy, and here an enemy batchat sneaks in behind me. But of course, direct firing with a T92 is pretty much impossible. And instead of going back to base, take care of the batchat first, they just one by one run into that enemy T95. I mean, going head on against T95 is stupid in every case. Let alone if you're with two guys, both on 250 health. It's just suicidal and stupid, and I have no idea what they were doing or trying to do. But again, that's, you know, why a team loses. Stupid people. And he knows that the T95 is there, and he knows that he won't be able to see him or hurt him, so he just dies. You know, he's just the kind of guy, you know, not even trying, like giving up. And that's it, 940 XP. I calculated, I did about 5,100 damage this battle, and which is not bad in a T92 in a random battle. But you know, it's a random battle, so it doesn't matter, you lose anyway. Thanks again for watching still. I'll hope next time I'll be able to show some better battles. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys some other time.